Today I'm ranking all the Batman actors from worst to best, so let's get started. Coming in number 9 is George Clooney, and I feel bad for putting him this low, but his performance as Bruce Wayne and Batman was so flat. You could just tell in so many scenes in the film, he just looked like he did not want to be there, and it just looked like he was smirking, or he was just like, I can't believe I'm here doing this. What is this shit? And to give him credit, he said many times that he regrets doing the film, and he actually felt like he ruined the Batman character for everyone, but luckily he didn't, and we actually got amazing Batman portrayals in the future after this. And the film as well, Batman and Robin, was an absolute flop, disaster. It was so choppily done, it was just a mess. But I find it hilarious to rewatch as a laugh because it's so bad, it's kind of good, but still a really bad portrayal of the Batman and Bruce Wayne for that matter. Coming in number 8 is Val Kilmer, but he is actually significantly better than George Clooney. I actually thought he was okay. I think he did a decent job. Like, I think for the rest of the list, all these Batmans did a really good job. I still think he did an alright Batman, and I actually quite enjoy the Batman Forever film, but I just don't think he was given enough material or time to really nail it. Coming in at number 7 is Ben Affleck. So when I first saw Batman vs Superman, I was mad. I did not like the idea that Batman was whipping out guns, shooting people and spraying assault rifles at the front of his Batmobile. I was like, what is this? What the hell is this crap? But if he had more time to flesh it out and not trying to rush to his own Justice League film and do all these spin-offs, I think Zack Snyder could have actually given us an interesting Batman that's dark. If we had a little trail to understand how he got to that point, like seeing the death of Robin, the Joker maybe mental his mind and maybe he killed the Joker, which they insinuated in, but then we saw the Joker in that universe. Awful. I'll probably make a Joker list, and you'd probably know where he's gonna go. But yeah, I didn't like the take, and we didn't have enough screen time with him for me to really build up to him, but the fact that he used guns in general just kind of threw me out of it a little bit. But I was on board for him to have his own solo movie, and I feel like that could have really done the character a bit more justice and see that trail on how he got to this really dark and closed off space, and the fact that he doesn't mind taking a few lives in the process. Coming in at number 6 is Will Arnett's portrayal in the Lego Batman film and Lego movie. Just amazing. I love that how they make fun of all the Batman films, how he's a loner and everything. And as Batman, he actually has a really good arc in that film, kind of coming out of his shell and letting people in and all that stuff. And I really enjoyed it. And his delivery was just hilarious. I think Will Arnett's so funny. And the fact that he did this portrayal of Batman just was so great. And I just really loved this performance. Coming in at number 5 is Adam West from the 1960s Batman. I rewatched a couple episodes of the series and it is still so campy and funny and cheesy. Very dated. It is very dated, some of the humor and jokes, but it still gave us the Cape Crusader wearing his silk, beer belly, you know, finally a hero I can look up to. And it kind of launched the Batman and the popularity for the character, so I appreciate that. I'd recommend going and watching an episode, or even the Batman movie. It's got all the villains and everything. He gave like a first proper live action portrayal of Batman, and I'll always be grateful for that. Coming in at number 4 is Robert Pattinson, and this was tough with him. Like, I actually almost was going to put him higher on this list, but I feel like he needed a little bit more time to flesh out his character, and I love the Batman film. I love how by the end of the film, he realizes that he shouldn't be vengeance. He shouldn't be beating the absolute pulp out of criminals just to get vengeance on them, because he was inspiring bad messages for the actual other citizens, and then they were taking on his role like the Riddler was doing. And I really love that story. The Bruce Wayne aspect of his Batman was just kind of like shelled off. It was literally just Batman, like a wounded seagull. Like, he was just dark and closed off from everyone. So I'm looking forward to how they explore that in the sequel. I'm hoping they kind of turn him and he makes this little bit of a flamboyant personality to kind of cover up the fact that he is Batman, so people get thrown off that trail. But as it stands, I feel like I don't have enough time with this Bruce Wayne and Batman to really put him higher on this list, but I feel like after the Batman Part 2 comes out, he will go high, and he could probably become one of my favorite Batmans ever. Coming in at number 3 is Michael Keaton. Oh my god, I love this Batman. He wasn't really the Batman I grew up with, but when I was really young, like 4 or 5, before Batman Begins came out, this was my Batman that I watched, and I remember going, wow, oh my god, this guy's badass. Yes, I'm kind of being hypocritical because he does technically kill a few folks in those films. It was an accident. He accidentally killed them. And this was like the first dark kind of like portrayal of Batman where we kind of get to see him striking that fear and intimidation into criminals in live action, which I really enjoyed, and love his Batman, and I was so happy to see him again on the big screen. Coming in at number 2, Christian Bale. This was the Batman I predominantly grew up with as a kid, so naturally I just fell in love with him. The first time I saw The Dark Knight, I was only like 10 years old, and when I saw it, I was blown away. Holy crap, that was just a fantastic film. And I still like The Dark Knight Rises. It's got so many problems, I know, but I still just love it. I love the portrayal. Christian Bale just hits hard, man. Yes, the Batman voice is quite cringe. As I got older, I started to go, oh. But it's still a great portrayal, and I can push that aside because like I said, I'm a bit of a bias for this Batman because this is the one I grew up with as a child. He's always going to be one of my top favorites, and that's probably never going to change. But coming at number 1, like surprisingly, Christian Bale didn't top this one. It's Kevin Conroy's Batman. The reason is because I also loved playing the Batman Arkham games, and his portrayal as Batman as the voice was it's just completely unmatched. Like, I just love his voice. Every time I pick up and replay those games, I just go, wow, this is the definitive Batman. I hear it and I go, yep, that's Batman. And if you haven't played them, I recommend playing them. They're such good games. And he's done a lot of like other TV shows and animation projects, and he is at this moment in time my definitive and favorite Batman. Well, what is your favorite Batman, or what's your top 3, top 5? Comment them down below, and if you disagree with me, please tell me why. I want to hear, who's your favorite Batman? Come on, spill it out, let's hear it, like, you know. But yeah, that's gonna start the video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that rubbish, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah.